Hello, everybody. Today we want to learn English with Sherlock. Let's go.
The terror alert has been raised to critical. An attack is coming.
Okay, Sherlock is one of my favorite series because, first, the accent is British English. Second, there's my favorite actor in it, Benedict Cumberbatch. So let's start. It's the first episode of the series, and I want to tell you everything about it. So here we go.
John Watson. Stamford. Mike Stamford. We were Barts together.
Yes, sorry, yes.
Okay, we listen to Barts. Barts is a medical and dental school in London or in England. Here, in this conversation, we are learning that Mike means that John and him studied together at Barts.
We were Barts together.
Yes, sorry, yes. Mike, hello. Hi.
Yeah, I know. I got fat.
No.
I heard you were abroad somewhere getting shot at. What happened?
I got fat is a little bit informal and ruder than situations like this to say I gained weight. For example, I was 40 kilograms, now I am 50. So I gained weight, I got fat. Here, Mike is probably using this I got fat to make a laugh at himself.
I heard you were abroad somewhere getting shot at. What happened?
Got shot.
Abroad. To be abroad or to go abroad, it means that for going out of your country to another country for a while. For example, their son is studying abroad in Brazil. Getting shot. To get shot at is to be hit by a bullet with a weapon. Mike probably knows that John was serving in the military and he found a very funny way to express and talk about it.
I heard you were abroad somewhere getting shot at. What happened?
Got shot. Are you still at Barts then?
Teaching now. Yeah, bright young things like we used to be.
Bright young things. Bright, literally, or word by word translation, means somewhere that is not dark, is bright. But in this situation, it means intelligent or smart. And by young things, he's talking about the people who are studying in Barts, or more specifically, college students.
Are you still at Barts then?
Teaching now. Yeah, bright young things like we used to be. God, I hate them. What about you? Just staying in town and you get yourself sorted?
Get yourself sorted. It's a casual way to say to take care of your issues or problems or priorities. In this case, in this situation, John has just moved back to England and he is having a few problems to deal with. For example, sorry, I just need a little more time to sort myself out. To sort out is to understand or find something, such as solution or a reason, by thinking. Similar to figure out.
What about you? Just staying in town and you get yourself sorted?
I can't afford London on an army pension.
And you couldn't bear to be anywhere else. That's not the John Watson I know.
Yeah, I'm not the John Watson.
Army pension, or another way to say is veterans pension, is a regular payment and money that people who go to military get after their services are done for their sacrifices and the things that they have lost in the war. I can't afford London. When you cannot afford something or not able to afford something, it means that you don't have enough money to pay for it. What John means is that the money that he gets from the army, or the other way, army pension, is not enough for him to be able to live in the city of London, which means he has to go to another city or do something else. Couldn't bear To bear something is to accept, tolerate, or endure something, especially something unpleasant. Mike is saying that John wouldn't accept or tolerate living in another city because he's not familiar with other cities and he's too familiar with London and he's not comfortable living somewhere else.
Couldn't Harry help?
Yeah, like that's gonna happen.
Like's that going to happen? It's a sarcastic sentence or expression to say the opposite meaning. When you say it's like going to happen, it means it will never going to happen. You're like saying, come on, you know that's not going to happen. Why do you ask?
Couldn't Harry help?
Yeah, like that's gonna happen.
I don't know, get a flat share or something?
Come on. Who'd want me for a flatmate?
Flat share. In British English, a flat is what we call in American English apartment. Now, flat share means to have an arrangement with two or more people to decide to live together in one house or one apartment. So the people who live together in one apartment or one flat, in the United States we call them roommates, but in the UK we call them flatmates.
I don't know, get a flat share or something?
Come on. Who'd want me for a flatmate? What?
You're the second person to say that to me today.
Who's the first? Oh. Bit different from my day.
You've no idea.
Mike, can I borrow your phone? There's no signal on mine.
Well, what's wrong with the landline?
I prefer to text.
To borrow. To borrow is to take and use something that belongs to someone else with interest of using it and returning it. Did you know that there is an opposite for this? To borrow is to ask someone to give you something, but to lend someone, it means that to give a person a personal thing to use and expecting him to bring it back. For example, John is lending his car to Lucy. Lucy is borrowing John's car. So in this case, John is giving the car and Lucy is getting the car. A landline is a telephone that is connected to cables, so it's different than mobile, which is wireless.
Here. Use mine.
Oh, thank you.
It's an old friend of mine, John Watson.
Afghanistan or Iraq?
Sorry?
Which was it, Afghanistan or Iraq?
Afghanistan. Sorry, how did you...
Ah, Molly, coffee, thank you. What happened to the lipstick?
It wasn't working for me.
Really? I thought it was a big improvement. Mouth's too small now.
Okay.
How do you feel about the violin?
Sorry, what?
I play the violin when I'm thinking. Sometimes I don't talk for days on. And would that bother you? Potential flatmates should know the worst about each other.
On end, if you do something for a long time and you don't stop doing that, it means on end. For example, his work involves visiting a few towns nearby. Sometimes he'll be gone for days on end.
Sorry, what?
I play the violin when I'm thinking. Sometimes I don't talk for days on. And would that bother you? Potential flatmates should know the worst about each other.
But you told him about me.
Not a word.
Not a word. Not a word is an expression that we use when we haven't talked about a subject at all with a specific person. So in this situation, John is asking him, have you told him about me? He's saying, not a word. It means I have never talked about you.
But you told him about me.
Not a word.
Then who said anything about flatmates?
I did. Told Mike this morning that I must be a difficult man to find a flatmate for. Now here he is, just after lunch with an old friend, clearly just home from military service in Afghanistan. Wasn't a difficult leap.
Leap is a long jump in a direction. Sherlock is using leap to show that it was easy for him to understand what was going on in this situation.
How did you know about Afghanistan?
Got my eye on a nice little place in central London. Together we ought to be able to afford it. We'll meet there tomorrow evening, 7 o'clock. Sorry, got a dash. I think I left my riding crop in the mortuary.
Ought to. Ought to is an alternative instead of should and must. But ought to is British, but must and should is American. For example, if you don't want to read the book, then you ought to see the movie. It's great.
How did you know about Afghanistan?
Got my eye on a nice little place in central London. Together we ought to be able to afford it. We'll meet there tomorrow evening, 7 o'clock. Sorry, got a dash. I think I left my riding crop in the mortuary.
Got to dash is a British expression that means got to go. I'm in a hurry. I have to go right now. For example, I've got to dash after the class. I'll talk to you later.
We'll meet there tomorrow evening, 7 o'clock. Sorry, got a dash. I think I left my riding crop in the mortuary.
Mortuary. Mortuary is a place or building or a room that dead bodies are kept to be cold and safe until examination and sent to be buried.
Is that it?
Is that what?
We've only just met, and we're going to go look at a flat.
Problem?
We don't know a thing about each other. I don't know where we're meeting. I don't even know your name.
I know you're an army doctor and you've been invalided home from Afghanistan.
Invalided. Invalid is a noun for a person who has a weakness caused by an injury or illness. For example, this parking is reserved for invalids. But in this situation, Sherlock is talking about invalided with military. It means that someone who was forced to retire from armed forces because of an injury or illness.
And I know that your therapist thinks you're limp psychosomatic quite correctly, I'm afraid. It's enough to be going on with, don't you think? The name's Sherlock Holmes and the address is 221B Baker Street. Afternoon.
Psychosomatic. Medical term for describing or talking about a health problem that is caused by a mental factor. It means you have mental problems, such as stress. Sherlock is saying John's lip is something that is more caused by his mind and not by his injuries to his leg. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thumbs up. And don't forget to watch the Harry Potter video that I put several weeks ago to enjoy that too, because that's my favorite movie as well. Have a great time. Bye-bye.